There's an all-new Roseville High School dance show in 2 weeks.
I give my review on the Jungle Book and the new Draco.
TCSN takes a look at varsity baseball. All this and more on an all-new TigerCast News Friday, May 6, 2016.
From Eye of the Tiger, this is TigerCast News. Broadcasting from Studio 403 in Roseville High School.
Good morning and welcome to an all-new TigerCast News. I'm Reese Wisner.
And I'm Justine Madrid.
As some of you may have noticed, we now have 2 shows a week, Tuesdays and Fridays.
On Tuesdays, we will feature Tiger Talk with Jeremy, hard news, and sports. On Fridays, it will be the same format, but instead of Tiger Talk, we will have entertainment with Gabe.
Since Lindsay Parker left RHS for an assistant principal position at Antelope High School, administration has hired new activities director. We go to Preston Walter for more on the story.
Brent Maddox will replace Lindsay Parker as the new student activities director next school year. Members of student government are looking forward to the class next year.
Ms. Parker had a good impact. She'll be hard to replace, but our new teacher seems pretty good, and he seems like he can do a good job.
I'm really excited for the new change. It's definitely going to be different, and Ms. Parker was great, and it stinks that we lost her, but I'm excited for Mr. Maddox to come in and make some changes and see what he does.
With Parker gone, students were glad to find a replacement due to difficulties in the classroom, such as communication in her absence.
Because Parker left early, we really didn't have any instruction, and we had a lot of new events going on, and so we've been struggling and trying to figure out how to do them and do it by ourselves.
Rather than sending her emails of what we need to do or like papers we need to like send to people, we have to send them ourselves and stuff.
Maddox met with students briefly in advance to get acquainted and discuss the plans for the new year.
In a few years, once he's more comfortable and knows what's going on, he'll add some changes and improvements and stuff.
Maddox has previously taught at RHS, teaching English and creating the leadership and positive power programs. He is excited for his return.
Next Friday is the last dance of the school year in Senior Square from 7:30 to 10. Seniors get into the dance for free. Today is the last day to get tickets in the cafeteria for $5 and for $3 with an ASB card. Next week, prices go up to $8 without an ASB card and $5 with one.
We now go to Jason Russell for sports.
Hello and welcome to this edition of TCSN. I'm Jason Russell. The Roseville varsity baseball team unfortunately did not have the season they were expecting. They are playing their last game tonight, and we go to Jacob Hedger with more on the story.
The Roseville varsity baseball team isn't having the same year they had last year. The Tigers, coming off a championship-ridden season, were 7-17 as of May 3rd and in 7th place in the CVC. Senior shortstop and pitcher Andres Lara admits this year isn't going to the team's expectations.
The season is not going how we expected. We obviously had bigger goals to make playoffs and to even win a second championship, but we fell short of that, so we just got to end the season strong.
The Tigers this year have lost 10 games by either going to extra innings or by 2 runs or less. Lara and first baseman Cam Anderson have attributed losing so many close games to not being mentally prepared.
I think the main reason that we are losing all these close games and a lot of these games is because like execution of the little stuff.
I don't think it's much physically, but I think it's mentally. We just needed to compete more. A lot of our games have came down to 1 or 2 plays, either on offense or defense. So if we made those plays, I think we could have had a good chance of having a better record.
With the varsity baseball team no longer in contention for playoffs, they have an opportunity to spoil other teams' chances for playoffs.
Well, I think we just needed to accept the fact that we're not making playoffs, and we just got to kick some teams out and be satisfied with ruining other people's season.
Well, I think the main thing now is like we're playing for pride mostly. The spoiler role kind of gives us all a thing to like come and be excited to play about.
The Roseville varsity baseball team is playing their final game tonight at 4 p.m. at home against the Oakmont Vikings. And that's it on your home for Roseville High School sports, top plays, breakdowns, and more. TigerCast Sports Network, TCSN. Now we go over to Gabe Townsend with entertainment.
Thanks, Jason. 50 years after the release of the animated movie of the same name, the live-action Jungle Book was released. The fact that the movie was live-action made it feel more dark, but the movie still contains that classical feel that you get from the original Jungle Book. It showed amazing scenery and amazing looking characters. Even though most of the characters were computer generated, actors who were lending their voices did a phenomenal job. Bill Murray, Ben Kingsley, Idris Elba, Scarlett Johansson, and Christopher Walken all lent their voices to their respected characters. From the beautiful scenery to that great story that we all know and love, The Jungle Book surely delivers an enjoyable experience. Last Friday, Drake dropped his new album called Views. The album seemed to explore the styles of Drake's past albums while still introducing something new. The album was nice to just put on in the background and listen to while doing something else. Basically every song on the album was pretty pleasing to listen to, and I never found myself skipping any songs. The album features other artists like Rihanna and fellow rapper Future. I definitely recommend this album to any rap fan. We'll go back to news after a short graduation announcement.
Make your final memories as a Roseville High School Tiger last a lifetime. Available on DVD and Blu-ray at the Student Web Store. Presented by TigerCast.
Thanks, Dan. The dance program is preparing for the Spring Dance Show. We go to Zoe Stevens with the story.
With the Spring Dance Show just 2 weeks away, the dancers are excited to finally perform the show they've been preparing for since February.
I think we're nervous. We're more excited than anything.
Like, we've been working a lot on all the dances, and people have been working really hard on them. And I feel like it's going to be a really fun and good dance show this year.
The show promises to feature a variety of styles.
One of my favorite dances too that I really like is the hip hop dances because they're full of energy and they're super fun. But lots of dances that we have are jazz and contemporary, and those ones are really, really cool.
There's a couple funny ones, and there's a new Bollywood type one that looks really cool.
The show runs from May 19th through May 21st, and tickets are $8.
Rally MC tryouts for the final rally of the year will be today during both lunches in the gym foyer. That's it for us today on TigerCast News.
And remember, we're always on at eyeofthetigernews.com. See you next time.